one of the things Mike was talking about, we did get a sheet back in January. At our current levy rate, out of the 42 communities about our size, we're actually the 11th community as far as going down. The top one being Iowa Falls at 21.37 and Eldridge being at 6.75. So we are at number 11 now. We would have been somewhere around 31 at the rate we were going to go up. So we wouldn't have been the highest community in the state at that level, but we would be jumping about 20 places.
And that's based on FY fiscal year 15 numbers, not 16, because the 16s aren't even, for some reason, still not released yet.
Right. Well, the governor hasn't signed the spending bill yet, so they haven't finalized that. But we did benchmark our 2016 levy against all of our comparables. 2015 levy, not really a fair comparison, but it gives you a feeling for where we would be at. That's correct.
I do think one of the things we should point out here, and it's a hard one to address, but in the past, we have supplemented employee benefits from the general fund, which when we do employee benefits out of the general fund, that takes away from money that we can work on in the rest of the community. And the state does allow you to levy for your full employee benefit amount. And so that has, in all honesty, that's probably our biggest increase on the levy, is going to be using new money to help pay for employee benefits. So where it says debt service is $223 on a $100,000 house, the new employee benefits levy is going to be $285 on a $100,000 house. So part of that is cost that we've had, but because we were taking it out of the general fund to supplement it, we were then not able to do other things in the community because we're locked in it at 8.1 by the state, period. And so the only way you can do anything really, that 8.1 is spoken for right now. It's been spoken for the 8 years I've been on city council. And that's one of the reasons our levy has been stagnant. It's been at a level because the only new money we can come up with is when we borrow. Now that's the state rule. That's a stupid rule. You got to borrow money to put in streets. You got to borrow money to work on the sewer, but that's the state rules. And so if you look at a lot of those communities that like Iowa Falls at 21, a lot of that's going to be debt service. Charles City, any of those communities that have been really progressive in fixing their streets, fixing their sewers, all of those projects, their levies are up because you can't raise that 8.1. And so that's what caught us here, was the fact that we had, one, we were trying to free up some money within our general fund by using a levy increase on employee benefits, and the other was going to borrowing money for the street projects. And ironically, I think everybody was very happy with all the projects till it came to light on how much they were really going to cost us. So that's the tragic part of it, that nothing is for free. And I think we've cut back. I do think those two things I mentioned need to be, one of the things I think we probably got caught up in is we're trying to fix 10 or 15 years of not doing anything in probably 1 or 2 years. If we're guilty of anything, I think that's what we're guilty of, is trying to undo 10 or 12 years of not taking care of our homes. And so That's where we're at this point.
Comment on Denny's. The sidewalk project is curb and gutter. With the, if we damage the sidewalk, when he's gonna replace it, I don't know if we should go in and fix a private sidewalk itself. A few years ago, we all had letters that we had to fix our own sidewalk if it was, and I know downtown.
Correct.
So I'm not sure that the city should go in and fix somebody's sidewalk. Is that, maybe that's what you meant, but that's why
Well,
it sounded.
I guess it doesn't make any difference to me how we fix it, it just should be
Well, it
fixed.
should be fixed, I'll go along with that, and maybe should notify the customer that it should be fixed for safety reasons. Rather than us go in, if we go in there, somebody next door is gonna say, hey, mine's bad, I want mine fixed too, and we could end up with patching everybody's sidewalk.
I was all for that guy with the spray can anyway, let's fix what's broke, not the whole entire town.
But either, I think the whole project, or